Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this patrono right here. The name of the band is Illumishade and the name of the song is Elegy. We've done them on the channel before. It features Fabian from LVT on vocals. I think there might be another guy or two from LVT on this one. But anyhow, we've done them on the channel and we're back here to check out some more. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Awake as I call your name. Will you remember where our secrets lie? My desire will unchain every wishful cry. Every wishful cry. Will travel alone, carried away on a tiny without an end. Can I hold you in my arms again? My love is innocent, but our hearts will travel. Carry me home. Oh, you've been gone for too long. Can I ever have you on my own? This love we've come upon
All right. So, just let me say one thing, and I want to get your opinion. The bass player for this band, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was the fill-in bass player for LVT on this North American tour. I'm like 99.9%
I don't know why
sure.
you're asking me that.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the people
Oh,
watching the
'cause
video. People that went to the shows in North America, confirm it or deny it. But
Okay.
I'm almost sure that the bass player from this band was filling in and was the bass player for LVT on the North American tour. Anyways, because he just looked super familiar. I was at the show. It looked super familiar. Go ahead. What do you think?
The song was good. It was a nice. I mean, the heavy parts were heavy, of course, but then when she came in and the song lightened up, it had that warm feeling to it. What do you think about the dancing?
I didn't mind. There was no toilet paper.
Yeah, there was. There was Galaxy RGB toilet paper. Or whatever the fuck. It was like a babushka scarf. There were.
The dancing went well. I mean, I don't mind. It's not like the video. The video is the video. It's not like I needed the video to really deliver the song. Some songs you need the video to deliver the song, but this one
the dancing wasn't
needed though. Like, I mean, I could have just used the band the way they were.
exactly.
That would have been fine. That would have been
For
fine.
me, that's actually
The dancing was a little bit unnecessary.
unnecessary.
But
yeah.
I didn't hate it. But it's just unnecessary.
I mean, that's all I have to really say about the video. The video was kind of just like that, and then the band.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the band parts more than
Me too.
that.
I enjoy her makeup. I don't know who did that, but
I
that's
know.
an incredible
job. Yeah, I mean, the song is just very. You have those heavy parts, and those heavy parts are very driven, but like, I don't know, they have this thickness to them. But then the song hits you again with more of her and the song lighting up a bit. So you get kind of that contrast where you would have harsh vocals, but it's just the harsh.
The heaviness of the sound.
Heaviness of the sound and its harshness and nature. So without giving you those harsh vocals that would normally kind of be there, it's just that.
You know what this song reminded me? Not vocally. I want to stress that. Not vocally. But this song reminded me a lot of Epica. Like if some Epica tracks have really heavy guitars, but then when Simone comes in with her voice, it's
up.
so the song lightens up, and then the guitars come back in and they're heavy again, and the song is heavy, and then it moves back again into this more stripped down, really lighthearted way. Obviously, when the song lightens up, it's also bigger because they use more of orchestrations and those kind of symphonic elements into the track that make the track feel more epic, for lack of a better term. Obviously, it's not here now, but some of the way the song is constructed, it reminded me like of a prototype Epica song, if you will. So it was impossible for me not to feel that way listening to the track. And that's not a diss. It's just that, this sort of experience of heavy guitar sounds with heavy drums, and then blended in with almost a stripped down musical piece that has the keyboards really playing a big role in that part of the sound, with her vocals being absolutely angelic. That kind of movement, not many bands give me that, but Epica is definitely one of the bands that does that really well. So I thought about that as I was listening to the song. I really enjoyed the heaviness of the track. It's not a super heavy track, but man, the guitars do have a bite. And those parts where the guitar just kind of like dies out and it just comes in like with chugs, like, and then it disappears, then it comes in with another chug. I really enjoyed that too, because it was a way of keeping somewhat of the heaviness of guitar alive and well without necessarily having to keep it there constantly. So the heavier side of this track is really interesting to me because I was not expecting the song to be that heavy, because it's not consistently heavy, but it's pretty heavy from start to end with the outside of those more melodic pockets. I enjoy the keyboards a lot because they didn't have that 80s overly synthesized sound to it, which a lot of bands are using now. I'm not a huge fan of that. At least not across the board. I'm a fan of that if used in the right place at the right time with the song that kind of makes me want to feel the 80s again, but I don't necessarily need every song to sound like it's a rip-off of the 80s. So I like the fact that the keyboards were there. I enjoy the sound of the keyboards, and perhaps even more the fact that they were not overly orchestrated or overly, I don't know, what do you call it? Overly 80s infused. Let me just go with that. But her voice is... She has an incredible voice.
She does.
Incredible voice. Incredible delivery. Very angelic, but very subdued. It's not like an angelic voice that lifts up so much that you kind of lose track of where it's going. I always feel like her voice is angelic, but if grounded. Some singers have an angelic voice that nothing grounds it, so it just kind of levitates with the track. And then when the track is overly melodic, the whole song feels like super light, like there's no substance in it. And this track has substance because you not only get the fact that the song has heaviness from the guitars and drums, but her voice, while being super melodic, it always feels warm and grounded as well. It's very connected with the bottom part of the track, and that never lets it fly too high. So it becomes really well connected and really well balanced in terms of the experience, the ebbs and flows that the song has. But she's an incredible vocalist. I've seen her live perform twice with LVD, and the last time she took more of a bigger role because Kriegel wasn't on the tour, so she had to take more of a role. And she's a phenomenal singer. Phenomenal singer. I think she's one of those people that you can pretty much give her any style song, any kind of lyrics, any kind of track.
She'll nail it.
She's going to nail it. Yeah, there's not many singers like her out there. Really, there's not many singers like her out there with specific characteristics, specific tonality, specific delivery, specific warmth that is just pretty much her. She can sing a song like this, which is more, heavy pop, for a lack of a modern metal. I don't know how you define it, but she can sing this. She can sing, obviously, folk metal. She can sing heavier stuff. Very versatile. She's very versatile as a singer, but she's also able to deliver emotion in the way she sings. Like in this song, it's so warm and so appealing. Like it's just easy to connect with this track.
Yeah, I mean, warm is what I said at the start. It's very warm feeling you get from her voice, and then from the song, kind of putting it all together.
Yeah, it's a good song. The thing that surprised me the most, I gotta say, is the heaviness of the guitars.
Yeah, they got really heavy. I think I was
not expecting that.
It was that contrast of what a harsh vocal would give you. You just made them a little bit more heavier.
I agree with you.
Normally they would be semi-heavy with some vocals on top, but if you're not going to have those vocals on top, might as well make them like pretty heavy, give them their own aura, and then switch into the more...
I love the guitars to work as not just guitars, but almost as a replacement of a singer.
Exactly.
I agree with that. What did you think about the solo?
I mean... It works with the...
But I was not expecting the solo to be as bombastic as it was. I was expecting the solo to be a little bit... this is not a criticism. I like the way it was, but normally in songs like this, the solo kind of comes in and it's not really a solo. It's just like two licks and then it's gone.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing, though.
It is a good thing. I'm not saying this is criticism.
Of course, because normally you wouldn't do that because it would take away from how angelic and whatever the vocals would be.
And it takes away from the more softer pop feel that the track has, because then it infuses more rock.
But making it more bombastic, I think, helps with the counterbalancing of the heaviness, because you already have to counterbalance that heaviness with the clean vocals and whatever it's coming. You make that so more bombastic. It adds to the song. It doesn't
adds flair.
It adds flair. It doesn't take away anything from the song. It also doesn't take anything away from the vocals. They did in a way where, even though it is that way, it didn't take anything away from the vocals. Because, like I said, you wouldn't really want to do it that way because of that reason. So I think the way it is and the way it is in the song, I think it's perfect. The placement was perfect, and the solo, I enjoyed it. Now, would I be mad if it was the two licks? Not really, right?
But I feel like the solo like this adds more metal, more rock to a song that it adds more character to the song, because if you take certain pockets when she's singing out of the context of the song and you listen to just that pocket, it's a very like easy listening, almost pop song, right? So the heaviness of the guitars and then the solo, the way it comes across, doesn't allow the song to be diluted in that way. Yeah. It gives a little bit more character to it. It makes the song more rock, for lack of a better term.
But it's kind of like the peak of the balancing.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed it. All right, guys, thank you to the Patrono that requested this video. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.